Hello everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Hardcore and our self-made druid. Whether you are new here or a familiar face, please enjoy the relaxing commentary of today's episode. And as always, I hope you are all doing well, and I thank you for joining me today. It means a lot. In the previous episode, we continued our campaign in Loch Madan, turning our focus to the kobolds infesting the Silverstream mine, and continuing to work on our professions. After paying a visit to our home city as well as Moonglade, I ultimately made the decision to host our next episode here in Darkshore. We've returned to Night Elven lands once again, we've got some general questing to do, but also 2 class quests to fulfill. So let's get started. We'll start with a little bit of general questing first. We're going to go offshore, we're going to look for the sea turtle remains, and we're going to collect our thresher eyes from beneath the waves. Feel a bit more confident now taking on these threshers than I did when we were level 12 or so. This quest should be fairly simple, although the drop rate is pretty low, so we may have to kill quite a few. Looks like we've got some competition for them as well, because I don't see any at the moment, but we'll take care of the skeletal sea turtle remains first. And we've got plenty of players in the water so far. Swim up a little further. If we don't see any threshers in sight, we may have to head back to shore and deal with the rabid thistle bears first. We are, of course, going to want to pick up the pendant of the sea lion up north so we can work on getting our aquatic form. And I did check online just to make sure that the area would be clear of enemies, and it is. So at least we won't have to worry about that when we go out and swim beneath the sea to get what we need. Let's keep heading north. We do have one Thresher Eye at least. Just one more eye to go. Hopefully that shouldn't take too long. I'm definitely excited about taking out these rabid thistle bears up north. Should give us plenty of experience and skins as well. Hopefully by the time we turn everything in at the end of the episode, we'll be close to, if not at level 17. Should be a great level to return to Westfall with. And perfect. That didn't take too long at all. Let's head back to shore and then we're going to head north. I suppose we're taking on Bashal Aran first, since that's going to be a much lower level quest. That should be pretty decent as well. We're going to get cloth from that, which we can certainly use for first aid. We're arriving at Bashal Aran now. Alright, this should be an easy one. Collect 8 earrings from the Grell. This actually should be... Looks like the quest is kind of gray, which is unfortunate, but at least we'll get some cloth out of it. Should be able to make some decently big pulls too. Not too much of an issue. Alright, we just got 3 more to go. We'll see if there are any follow-ups to this area. And we are done. Let's go ahead and turn this one in. collect the ancient moonstone. This might drop off of the satyrs, I suppose. Yeah, that's seems to be the case. Let's see if we'll get lucky on our first one. Not so much. We did get a battered chest at least. We're getting hyper spawns in this area. There's definitely a ton of players here. It's a pretty popular quest for how easy it is. And the quick access to linen cloth as well. Makes it a fairly appealing location. Let's turn this one in. And then we'll move on to the bears eventually. Okay. Destroy the seal with the ancient flame. That's going to be down south. We'll see if we get to that eventually. We may not have to, but we'll see how things go here. So a couple of things that I definitely want to accomplish before we take on all the bears. Let's go ahead and turn in the Buzzbox quest. Let's also go ahead and pick up the first half of the pendant. And while we're killing the bears, we will deal with the Cliff Spring Falls related stuff. We've got a class quest involved with that, as well as a vial to fill. Collect 6 Moonstalker fangs. That shouldn't be too hard. I think some of them are mixed in with the bear, so I think that's a fine quest to pick up. Drop rate's probably a little bit low, so we can go ahead and start on those while we head over to the northern beach. I do wonder if these sabers are stealthed. I think that would make things just a little bit more challenging since we're probably over-leveling them at this moment in time. Which means it's actually harder to see them in stealth. If we were at a lower level, it wouldn't be as much of an issue since we would probably grab aggro on them naturally. I am concerned that we're seeing a lot of the regular thistle bears over the rabid variety. Thought there'd be plenty up here. Hopefully we're not going to have to compete with a bunch of different players for kills. So if that's the case, I don't think we're going to get through what we want to. But just in case, we'll focus on the... We'll put a little bit more emphasis on the non-killing quests that we need. And we are in for quite a long swim. It's interesting because I'm pretty sure on Horde side this quest is significantly less travel time, involves significantly less travel time. The lock boxes you need for Horde side are typically found, you know, underneath shallow pools. So for the Alliance, you have to go way out into the ocean for both halves of the pendant and go pretty far under the water. Looks like there are threshers out here. Luckily, they're not elite or anything. We can take on the ones that we see here. And it looks like there's another druid out here anyway, taking them out for us. And here is our lockbox. Gonna be holding on to that pendant for another episode or so. The goal is to get the other one in the next episode, where we'll take on Westfall again. Didn't even realize we picked up our first instance of medium leather, so that's really exciting. Because I don't know how much more light leather we're actually going to need. I think as we head over to do the Cliff Spring Falls quests. We'll check this area up here for Moonstalkers. It'll probably be a slightly less traversed area, so maybe we'll get a little bit luckier. Looks like we might be able to get the sample right from here, actually. Maybe the waterfall's required. Let's see if I can actually get it. Yeah, we need to go over here. Then the other file will have to be filled up all the way on the other side of the river. Seems to be a lot more of what we need over here on the northern side. Got that nasty rabies disease again. This thing sucks. The health regeneration isn't as big of a deal outside of combat, but oh man, the reduced strength and agility really sucks. And I feel like this is just something that we're gonna have to deal with 100% uptime. I'm sure every other rabid thistlebear is going to use that. Bear meat's not too bad. Our inventory is getting pretty full. The bear meat could still be used to get skill ups at least, even if we don't use it for the blood sausage. We can just use it by itself, I believe. We'll take on one or two more of these bears and or moonstalkers, and then we'll work on gathering up our last Cliff Spring Falls sample. So far so good on the bears. We're about halfway done with those. Probably about halfway done with the moonstalkers too. This seems like a path that would lead us to the top of the falls. Yeah, once we have that file filled, I think from there all we have to do is kill. That's right, we've got some Naga up here. Won't concern ourselves with them. Looks like we don't have a choice. Oh, really seems like we don't have a choice. Let's go ahead and get out of here. That upgraded rejuvenation is going to be huge for us when running away from stuff. Especially when we get cat form. Was not expecting that, but luckily we have the tools to get away safely. Alright, we're going to cut through the woods here, and we'll see what else we can find. If we're lacking on the Moonstalkers, then we'll head up north again and try that other spot. Let's take on this last Moonstalker before we go ahead and reapply our buff food. Alright, we'll head north again too. We'll check out this little spot up here in the top right. We could also, I guess in theory, head back south. We can find some Moonstalkers down there, as well as more Rabid Thistlebear. I forgot that we had how big of a threat as well, which I think there are some furl bogs that are stationed just to the south of Aberdeen. So we'll check this one last time, and then I guess we'll just start heading south. Yeah, and I really would prefer not to come back to Darkshore for the next episode, so this episode might be a little bit longer than usual, just so we can kind of clear everything out, you know, clean out our quest log for this area so that we don't have to overlap zones. We'll just take care of the grind while we're here. Have to start fiddling around with our inventory soon. Running very low on space. Alright, I think we're all good. And let's head back down south. We only got 5 more bears to go. We'll take care of those easily as we trek through this section up here. Only need 1 more fang too, so we may not even have to head down south specifically for these animals. But we do have to head down south if we want to take care of Ancient Flame and how big a threat. Oh, as well as explore. I forgot about this red crystal, which is up in the mountains, I guess. Can't remember what that one's all about. Alright, let's go ahead and turn in the Buzzbox quest. I'm glad that we took care of that up here, so we don't have to run all the way back up here if we took care of it down south. Interesting. Collect 4 grizzled scalps. We'll pick it up because I think So these are from thistle bears. I wonder if we can also get them from the thistle bears that we're killing now. Or if it has to be specific to the normal ones. So we may not be done with killing bears after all. Yeah, I don't see anything. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe we'll accidentally pick one up when we kill a couple. Have taken out all the bears that we need. We're also running out of space terribly fast. Oh, I see. The grizzled scalps can only be obtained pretty far down south, it looks like. So a specific type of bear, I suppose. So definitely not going to be doing that one. Question is, do we want to take care of these other two down south, or is it really not necessary? It's very possible that we could still hit level 17 without needing to do those. I guess let's head to Aberdeen first. We need to clear out our bags anyway. And then we'll turn in those quests and see what happens. back in town once again.
I am honored. Be careful. Goddess, watch over you.
Man, Darkshore has a ton of quests. I mean, this isn't even all of them either. There's quests down here, too. That's crazy. Almost feels like there's more here than in either Westfall or Loch Madon.
Here there. Up with you.
Ishnu Daldiel. Be careful.
What brings you here?
Fill out the Aberdeen Moonwell. Gather some samples. Seems like a lot of work. Don't think we'll be going down that route.
Greetings.
Greetings. Go in peace. May the stars guide you.
So close to level 17. Yeah, I don't necessarily think we have to do this stuff. I suppose it could still be nice though, just to get a little bit of an edge. Let's check our bags again. We have a ton of leather that we can work through now again. As well as a little bit of cloth. We can go ahead and take care of that right now. Alright, I suppose we could end it right here for now. Level 17, there's no need to go back to a trainer or a major city or anything necessarily. Won't need to do that until level 18. And we're pretty much going to ding 17 as soon as we kill like maybe 2 or 3 things when we're in Westfall. So I think we're going to end it right there for now. In the next episode, we'll head into Westfall. We'll start doing some of those quests again. We're going to start collecting red bandanas, so the Defias is definitely going to be a center point for us. And we're going to collect the second half of the pendant of the sea lion. We should turn that in as well, along with our quest for cure poison. Probably towards the end of the episode or the second half of the episode, we'll make sure we turn those in and get those. And then if there's any time left, we got to sift through all these skins. We've got a ton of them again. In the meantime, as always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.